what should I do for my birthday? Because it's going to be hard for me to say, hey, bro, let's go out and turn up and not really, what I'm saying? I get my liquor coat on.
Alcohol is just one of the worst things you can put in your body. But how do we handle these type of situations? Because it's part of life. The number of drinks, the type of drink, and how much water you have with it. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 burgers and a cheeseburger.
Sounds like college, though.
When we're talking about designing a lifestyle, you're going to have to make a couple sacrifices.
Hey, man, listen. That sweet potato pie.
Drinks sometimes carry even more calories and things you don't want than the food itself. So if you know you want to go ham on the food, maybe stay off the drinks. If you know you want to go ham on the drinks, maybe go light on the food.
My wife makes a bomb mac and cheese. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be going back for seconds last year and the year before.
Hydrate properly before, hydrate properly after. At least get back on a horse as quickly as possible.
People who are like, I'm in this fit lifestyle and they're losing weight and all that, but then when you catch them outside of the gym or wherever, they're out here drinking like 8 beers and eating pizza and cheeseburgers. And I'm like, okay.
You don't know what type of diet pills they're taking. You don't know what type of tricks they're over here making. You don't know what type of surgeries they don't have. You don't know.
While we're talking about the exercises, I did want to let you know I did watch your mobility video. I have been doing the stretches, and I must say, yeah, you got something.
Killer, huh?
Yes, sir. I did pose a question to you, like in a situation where I had to participate in an event like this, what should be my option in alcoholic purchases. Today, I kind of had to bite the bullet because my manager bought me a drink, and I was like, damn. So I had a 16-ounce beer today. My man had the glass waiting for me when I walked in, bro. I was like,
was the glass chilled at least?
It was kind of chilled, I won't lie.
That's best case, bro. That's best case. All right, so, and then you got another event coming up, right?
Yep, my actual birthday is over the weekend, so me and my friends are gonna go out and partake in some other festivities. You know what I'm saying? So most likely liquor or alcohol will be involved. Yeah, and I brought it up to you. What should I do for my birthday? Because it's gonna be hard for me to say, hey, bro, let's go out and turn up and not really, what I'm saying? I get my liquor coat on.
Oh man, and this is real tough, because the bottom line of the situation is that alcohol is just one of the worst things you can put in your body. That's the bottom line. For a lot of different reasons. You already know. We're not necessarily have to dive into that. If you have questions as to why, you're kind of really playing really close to the danger anyway. If you're trying to it's not that bad. No. It's not good. But how do we handle these type of situations? Because it's part of life. So my suggestion is first and foremost, moderation, right? So if you consistently drink, you already know your tolerance is going to go up. You're going to have to drink a little bit more to actually enjoy the situation. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, you want to start by a general lifestyle of not drinking that much, so that your tolerance isn't all the way up here, right? And that's you've been already doing that, so that really helps in that. You're not going to be casing the bar really high up here, right? So that's in general. And then for me, it's always with food, exercise, anything like that. I always ask the question of where are you trending, right? Mm-hmm. If you fighting with do I have 2 or 3 drinks and I'm drinking 6-7 times a week? All right, brother, let's we need to restructure the life, because that's just not going to work with the goals that you have in place. But this is birthday comes once a year, festivities coming up. So in that particular situation, then my advice would be to again practice moderation. So You go ahead and you set something ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna have, let's say, 2, 3 drinks. I'm gonna have these drinks. Like choose, I said rum and Coke because that typically is fairly low in calories. But you have those that would argue that it's still liquor, and you're better off with something like a cider or something like a well fermented beer that's good for the stomach, etc. For me, I think you really you playing like, I don't think it really matters that much, right? So
Okay.
in terms of like, oh, you have a beer versus a liquor versus rum, do the best you can, low in calories. Beer is obviously a lot, you know what I'm saying? You're taking in you're taking in all that wheat, all that gluten, which is contrary to what you're eating normally anyway. So you're like drinking in like the wheat and the carbs. So you might as well go with something that won't have that effect. To be honest, I got to do a little bit of research into my drinks to see kind of like what is there one where you're not as carb. I know they have some companies will try to like advertise that this is for the healthy people. It's only 97 calories. The 97 calorie beer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen that commercial? Is it 60 or 97?
I'm not even sure, but I know they advertise a whole bunch of them actually.
For real, like
And
Miller
all the
Lite.
light beers. Yeah, all the light beers. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light.
So, I feel like if you're gonna go through a whole lot of trouble to figure out, this versus that versus this versus that, that means you're probably drinking too much.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's good to know, and I'll probably go ahead and drop an article about it. So, you don't have to look too hard. You can just pick what is the best of the worst and get going with that. So I'll say the number of drinks, the type of drink, and how much water you have with it are your your 3 biggest factors, followed very closely by how quickly you rebound from that. Because the thing we want is there's a difference between one night and you hitting a slippery slope.
Yeah.
If you feel like you the type of person, and this is probably not to you, Doogle, but to maybe somebody else, if you feel like you're the type of person that you can't do 1, 2, pretty soon it's 20, all right, you may have to sit this one out. You know what I mean? You may have to sit this one out. Like, be real with yourself. Like, we all have friends like that. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 burgers and a cheeseburger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to end up in that situation where it's a real slippery slope where you, by the end of the night, you scarfing down all types of plastic pizza with cheese on top, and you getting 2 sandwiches with a Diet Dr. Pepper, then,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Moderation and moderation.
Sounds like college though.
We don't want to turn a potential one night into a 5,000 calorie decision.
Yeah.
I mean, we back like 2-3 days. So
exactly.
So everything in moderation, hydration, before and after. This happening tomorrow is not a surprise. You're gonna have to go ahead and bite the bullet and hydrate properly before, hydrate properly after. And let's get back on a horse as quickly as possible. That's right.
Fair enough.
Simple.
Well, yeah.
It's actually
That
not.
was my I guess question of the week.
I mean, that's a pretty big one that pops up for a lot of people.
You know what? While we're at it, I think now would be a good time to bring up the fact that the holiday season is also approaching.
So we got what? Thanksgiving is coming up.
Christmas is coming up.
Christmas is coming up.
New Year's is coming up. You got a whole lot of food-based days.
All right, so let's cover holidays. All right. I think where we take that same discussion and the same things, moderation and moderation, and turn it to holidays, right? These holidays, Christmas, whatever, for most people, it's one calendar day, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I hear people talk about we in a family where we do 2-3 days of festivities and whatnot. All right, but just know day one might cost you 2 days, but day three might cost you 10 days. You know what I mean? It's not proportional. So the days, as the days compound, you actually get a little bit of like, it ticks up. It's not an even
Distribution.
rise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Understand what I'm saying? Because
I got you.
you're playing with body tendencies, mental tendencies, habitual tendencies, and things like that. You know what I mean? So like what
Yeah.
your habits, right? So if your family gets together and y'all pound a brick of beer or two, everybody's hitting 20-30 cans, and that's just kind of how your family does Christmas or whatnot, just know that might be a reason why you are where you are.
Yeah. Say less.
That might be a reason why you are where you are, right? So when we're talking about designing a lifestyle, you're going to have to make a couple sacrifices, right?
Yeah.
That might be, shoot, I want to get this raise at work, so I'm going to work a little extra this month or this 2 months. Or I know I'm looking for a job, so I'm going to stay up a little longer to do. There's a time and place for everything. There's some times when you just have to make a sacrifice right now for later. Now, with that said, there is nothing that says you can't enjoy a good Thanksgiving dinner. But you certainly can enjoy 6
Thanksgiving dinner.
You know, that's where people fall short. There's nothing wrong with a good Thanksgiving dinner. Let's go ahead and get our fast on. By the time you hit Thanksgiving, most likely, your stomach is going to be smaller. You're going to just have to make sure that, like, so we're going to talk about practicalities, right, in terms of the day of or when it actually happened. What is actual practicality? But first and foremost, you might have to sacrifice something, all right? 2-3 days of festivities may not be good for you. You are a recovering eataholic, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this program. We wouldn't be having this chat. You wouldn't be watching this video. That's the truth of the truth. You know, we just got to be honest. You know, you recovering. It's an addiction. It's all right. It's all right. But you just got to know that. You can't be sipping alcohol as a recovering alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's tough. You can't.
You're gonna relapse. It's gonna hit you hard.
Say one more.
So you're gonna relapse and go even worse. Go back down further.
Exactly. Now your body's gotten a little bit of a break, so it might just be like even better. Yeah, people come
down
back
the rabbit hole.
twice. Luther Vandross twice as big. So that's the situation, and you might have to just like, all right, first of all, sacrifice it. Second of all, moderation and moderation. Don't do 6 dinners. Save yourself up and enjoy the food. Like, you know, when you go to really nice restaurants, do they serve big portion sizes or small portion sizes?
Small portion sizes. Force you to eat slow, enjoy the food.
Small portion sizes. Yo, there's a lot of dishes. Don't get 2-3 spoonfuls of one dish thinking you're done. You're going to want the others. Get you a small portion. Get you a small portion. Come on. Utilize another point right here. Don't get the big plate. Get the small plate. Don't get the big bowl. Get the small bowl. Don't get the big spoon. Get the small spoon. Don't get the big fork. Get the small fork. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Hydration. The time before. Remember, drinks sometimes carry even more calories and things you don't want than the food itself. So if you know you want to go ham on the food, maybe stay off the drinks. If you know you want to go ham on the drinks, maybe go light on the food. It's all a game of fear. Now, either way, you're going down a slippery slope. It's a matter of if you fall or not.
I got you.
Now we talking about how to properly navigate the mountainside as a billy goat, as a mountain billy goat.
Got to be able to. Yeah, I got you. Be able to maneuver and bounce back as quickly as possible.
Exactly. But you're still on the cliff. That's the point. You're still on the cliff. Don't forget you're on the cliff. Like, don't get comfortable and be like, oh, man, I got a small plate and a small thing. I'm good. Nah, you still on the cliff. You know, you playing on the dangerous side. So, you know, just.
Yeah, because once you taste that sucker and you're like, damn, that shit was kind of good, though.
All right. Next thing you know, you finish your small plate, then get a big plate. Like, God, you know what I'm saying? That's what we don't want. Just enjoy it, but enjoy it in moderation, enjoy it in small plates, enjoy it in that way. And then just know you might have to double up on your workouts those few days.
Yeah, get some extra cardio in.
We as humans do the direct opposite. We double up on the food and we go backwards on the workout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, bro. We only want to close this gap. We don't want to close this gap.
Yeah, especially during that time of the year, everyone's like, oh, well, I'll just start New Year's and make a New Year's resolution.
No, Douglas, it's the holidays. You're at Mama's house. Oh, Douglas, Mama, I love you, but I don't have to eat all your food. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I love you, Mama. I love you. I love you. But honestly,
your mom threw it down too, so it's gonna be hard when you come down here to eat.
Yo, and I'm telling you, like, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, I'm saying it as a matter of fact. But guess what else is hard? Heart problems. Guess what else is hard?
Being overweight.
Guess what else is hard? Not being able to play with your kids. Guess what else is hard? Back pain. Guess what else is hard? Like, all that stuff is hard. Don't tell me about hard. All right? When I'm over here dapping up a brother on the hospital bed, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's all hard. But which hard are you picking from? Where are you going to get to a point where, shoot, moderation ain't even a problem. Thanksgiving ain't even a problem. You deal with it like it's just another day.
I got you.
No, you eat. Bro, you see me not eat? But people are like, oh, man, your genetics, this and that. Yes. Yeah, true. But I also get up at 5 and get the work in. I also get in at 12 and get the work in. I've also been getting into work for 10, 15 plus years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't forget about that. Kobe, don't forget about the work.
People don't see the work. They just see what they want to see.
Don't forget about the work. You remember that kid in school that's like, oh, you know, I don't even study and he just get A's and stuff?
That motherfucker was studying.
He was studying. Let me tell you, when I was teaching, we had this student. And the student would be like crushing testers and stuff. Like, he was one of the top students, but he'll come back hat backwards, always getting in trouble, not really doing anything, never takes his books home. Everybody's like, yo, what? This dude is a genius. How does he do it? I found out when I started teaching back at the school later that he had 2 sets of books. So he wouldn't take his books home because he had a set at home. And he had a tutor. And he never had to do dishes. Where does he get time? Oh, yeah, his tutor helped him out. He put in the work. No, he not putting in the work. He is putting in the work. You just never could tell. He was crushing.
Yeah,
don't ever compare yourself to someone else, bro. Don't ever. You don't know. You don't know what type of diet pills they're taking. You don't know what type of tricks they over here making. You don't know what type of surgeries they don't have. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what type of work they putting in. You don't know. You don't know that they eating all that food and then they going to throw it up. You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
And I've seen it firsthand too, like the people who are like, you know, I'm in this fit lifestyle and they're losing weight and all that, but then when you catch them outside of the gym or wherever, they're out here drinking like 8 beers and eating pizza and cheeseburgers. And I'm like, okay.
and it may be It may be that that's the only meal they had in 2-3 days, just so they could
That's
keep
true.
that thing. You just don't know.
No,
You know
no.
what I mean? You just don't know. So you
Yeah,
can't live other people's life. You just know what you do.
yeah, exactly.
You just know what you
But
do.
like you said, you can't really judge a book by the cover. You got to focus on what you're doing, and then make sure you're right. Can't worry about everybody else.
Yep. All right, bro. We'll definitely revisit this as times change for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, when Thanksgiving comes around, when we have this call, I'll be able to tell you, hey, man, listen, that sweet potato pie.
That might be my favorite pie, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that sweet potato pie, man, that's what we doing it every year, boy.
Yeah. But yo, then go ham on a sweet potato pie and go light somewhere else.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I
Because
got you.
there's only but a couple. There's turkey, there's stuffing, there's whatever. Unless you got bomb stuffing, I find that typically stuffing's not that good.
I don't really like stuffing or turkey, but if I do make turkey,
Cranberry?
I'll throw some. It depends on how it's prepared. If it's out of the can, I don't like it. I like the fresh stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What's your favorite dish on the table?
The mac and cheese.
Oh shoot! Is it at every table or just at your table? There's mac and cheese.
Nah,
There'll be a difference.
It's our table. My wife makes a bomb mac and cheese. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be going back for seconds last year and the year before.
I've had mac and cheese, and it's just different on different tables, based on the cook.
Nah, my wife be throwing down her mac and cheese. I ain't gonna hold you. And then I'll be making some jerk turkey because I don't do the bland turkey. I make jerk turkey.
That should be the move for everyone. Honestly, I don't know why people are getting on turkey. That's a tasteless meat.
Nah, man, I can't do taste. I marinate my turkey for a week straight before I make it on Thanksgiving.
Good Lord.
Hey, man, you know me, John. I'll be in the kitchen, putting my wrist to work.
Shoot, man. All right, man. We'll revisit this. But yo, what switch you over a little bit from the foundational push-pull stuff over to a little bit more hit stuff. What has worked this last week? What hasn't worked?
All right. That's a great question. So, first of all, one, I did not expect there to be, I guess, that much difficulty when I first saw the workouts. I'm like, 30 seconds of this, 1 minute of this, 6 rounds, man. Come on, John. Where the challenge at, bro? You know what I mean? But when I actually got started, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got like 5 more rounds of this to go? So, see, sometimes overconfidence is not your best friend. Long story short, I tracked my calories that morning, and it said I burnt like 750 calories just from.
Woo! How long
like
did it take you?
It took me 45 minutes to get everything done.
Wow! All right.
And I was like, cause I'm not gonna lie, man, that having to do pole squats for a minute straight was rough, bro. It didn't really hit me until I was like, wait, I gotta do this for a minute?
Yo, take the pace down, slow it down.
That's what I had to do. And if you look at the stats in Trainer Rise, you'll realize as it went down, I had my numbers went from like 15 in the first set to like 10. I was dying, bro. But you know what? I'm actually excited to like do it again because it was like a challenge where I'm like, you know what? Next time I'm gonna get it. So that's what I like about it, though. It actually makes me want to do it again. So, and that's the other thing with all these workouts. I want to get better. I did have a traditional HIIT workout with the burpees, and I added some more rounds to it this time. And I've seen a lot of progress in my burpees to the point where like my push-ups like on the way down. I'm like, man, I'm out here knocking out these burpees, bro.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Hey, next time we do that, experiment switching over to, instead of popping down, and remember the video I sent you is actually there should be a burpee variation. No, not for this workout, but keep this in mind. There's a lot of variation for burpees, so play with it a little bit as you get better and better.
By the way, while we're talking about the exercises, I did want to let you know I did watch your mobility video. I have been doing the stretches, and I must say, yeah, you got something.
It's killer, huh?
Yes, sir.
Because
I'm actually going. After I eat tonight before bed, I'm gonna go back and watch it again. Get the stretch before I go to sleep.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna make some additions. I'm gonna make a 2.0 where this is a lot of like full body, obviously, but a lot of upper body stuff. There's a lot more like hip stuff that I like to get in there. Right now, the reason I had you go more towards hip is because we're trying to focus on weight loss first.
Yeah,
so we want.
For sure, because that's a big challenge for me. Is like I'm assuming that's what everybody says. Like I need to be able to be more comfortable with my weight. At least that's what it is for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say comfortable with your weight. I would say we need to take care of your heart and lungs, right? As we take care of your heart and lungs, using things like high intensity interval and different movements like Spider-Man and get you in different positions, it's just kind of prepping your body, just kind of getting this right, kind of getting everything right. At the same time, we're just burning calories. We're eating. We're in a calorie deficit because we're eating less and eating better, and eating at the right times and sleeping better. It's just the foundation laying process, you know. Now, once the weight starts dropping, bam, then we can utilize similar formats for workouts where we're going first and foremost working on your mind-body connection. So we'll first warm up the joints, then we're working your mind-body connection, doing some central nervous system work, and then doing dynamic work, strength builders, either dynamic work and then to skill builders, etc. So, for example, if we're doing a muscle up or the handstand, let's say handstand, we're doing handstand, right? Because that's what I'm really focused on right now for myself. You're gonna do essential joint movements. Just get your joints right. You're going to then go into little exercises like scapular pulls and pushes. For handstands, it might be something like presses and things like that, where you warm up your mind-body connection. Then you go into strength builders, things like holding planks and holding and static holds for 30 seconds first week, 45 seconds second week, and a minute third week, and then pushing it. Push up, I hold something like a dip plus position where you're working on a protraction of this, a retraction of this, etc. Get those stronger. And then you'll get a skills position, etc. But right now, we just want to we're taking like a wrecking ball and just like calories. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
in getting you into the mobility routine and getting those things going, you're getting good essential health. You know, you're gonna be, by the time we start actually really progressing, you're gonna be more connected with your body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your weight's gonna be lower, so obviously it'll be a lot easier. You're gonna be stronger, etc.
Well, I'll tell you what, like just from the few weeks that we've been in here now, I can definitely see the difference with my mobility. Even today when I did do the Spider-Mans, I remember when I was in San Francisco, I wasn't able to get my knee all the way up before. Today I was able to get like my leg way way more contraction there. I was like, holy shit, I'm actually getting somewhere today.
Yeah. Those things
And
are
even with
all
my
really
burpees,
good, man.
and even with my burpees, I was able to, like my jumping forward before I like come up. I realized it's easier for me to bring my legs forward now into my jump. All that is like I'm starting to see different.
Your hips.
Yeah, that's what it is. Them hip flexor stretches I've been doing. Good God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoo, boy, I might go back to back in a few months. I ain't gonna say
okay. I'll go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and hit pause right here. And I appreciate it, good folks. That's Doogle. We'll be here all year.
Oh man, I'm a fool, man. I had to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. Anything else that's going on that you want to like run through? Any other questions, observations, food, movement, sleep?
Food has been the best part, honestly, because like I've just gotten so used to it now. I'm actually liking preparing the dishes, and the feeling I get from being light is really what makes me want to keep going. I think I mentioned that before, so I don't like feeling heavy. So the meals are great. And as far as, like I said, food is good. Workouts, like I said, have been challenging, but I'm definitely seeing like the reason why they're challenging and how I'm going to get better from them, and looking forward to continuing them. So that's good. Other than that, I mean, just about progression right now.
Just about progression. That's all it is, brother. That's all it is.
Sleep is still a problem though. That's what I was trying to say. It's hard for me to go to bed on time, man. I don't know what it is. I tell myself I need to go upstairs at this time, but when I actually get upstairs, it's like I fight to sleep for a while. I don't know why. Sometimes it takes me a while to fall asleep, even after I stretch. I don't know. It's weird.
That's fair. Why don't you play with stretch plus meditation, and when you meditate, when you hit the meditation point, all lights off.
Okay.
So you stretch plus meditation. When you hit the meditation point, you can do yoga, or I forget what they call it, savasana, or end of yoga, where you just lay and let your body sink.
Mm-hmm.
And do meditation that way in the evenings. So full flat, let gravity fully take you.
Mm-hmm.
Full on the floor.
Like dead man's pose for a long time.
Dead man's pose, 5 minutes, and hopefully it will calm. And in the dark, it has to be, because light sensitivity is huge.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because most nights I do leave the TV on because Joe stays up. I mean, granted, she doesn't always leave the TV on, but there is some light coming in from the hallway too. So
you have to. So the way you're gonna train your body to get better into sleep, and I know there's like
I might need to buy like
and things, whatever,
but an eye mask or something.
Huh?
Get like an eye mask or something.
Yeah, you could get like an eye mask or something. Something you just need light because. I mean, that's literally how we're wired, man. You can't have all this light around you expecting like you're gonna go to sleep. That's just not gonna work. And like over the years, if you're used to sleeping with light or whatever, it's eventually gonna kind of bite you. Like you're eventually gonna hit a wall,
Yeah.
And you need to rewire your brain, because every human brain is wired to wake up with the sun and to go to bed with the sun.
I got you.
Two things. That's for anybody listening. So that's for like the uplight. Highly recommend the uplight and usage of that. If you have any questions, let me know. Two, also for your fasting, use this app called Zero. Zero, yeah. It's a great fasting app. It's one I use. They don't pay me, but they should. So yeah, go ahead and get that, and that's it.
All right, my brother.
That's all I got for today. You still got that heart rate monitor?
I do. I got the one that I wear on my wrist.
All right, bet. I love to like get an idea of like where your pay attention to where your heart rate is during like the hit stuff.
All right.
And we might.
I won't lie. I've been doing a bad job of working. I think this week was the first time I worked like 2 days out of my workouts. So from now on, I'm gonna keep it charged and I'm gonna let you know when I'm monitored.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Peace and take it easy.